Buffalo is a city in Johnson County, Wyoming, United States. The population was 4,585 at the 2010 census. It is the county seat of Johnson County. In recent years, the town has boomed economically due to methane production from the coalbed methane extraction method used in the Powder River Basin and surrounding areas. Even though energy is a vital part of its economy, agriculture and tourism are two other major components. Buffalo is located at the foot of the Bighorn Mountains, so recreation is a short distance away. Many generational ranches still run cattle and sheep over the highly productive terrain. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 4.46 square miles, all of it land. Demographics. 2010 census. As of the census of 2010, there were 4,585 people, 2,080 households, and 1,198 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,028.0 inhabitants per square mile. There were 2,300 housing units at an average density of 515.7 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 95.5% white, 0.3% African American, 1.6% Native American, 0.7% Asian, 0.8% from other races, and 1.2% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 3.5% of the population. There were 2,080 households, of which 26.8% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 45.4% were married couples living together. 8.7% had a female householder with no husband present. 3.6% had a male householder with no wife present, and 42.4% were non-families. 37.8% of all households were made up of individuals, and 15.3% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.17, and the average family size was 2.88. The median age in the city was 42.2 years. 23% of residents were under the age of 18, 6.6% were between the ages of 18 and 24, 23.4% were from 25 to 44, 27.7% were from 45 to 64, and 19.4% were 65 years of age or older. The gender makeup of the city was 50.1% male and 49.9% female. 2000 census. As of the census of 2000, there were 3,900 people, 1,718 households, and 1,042 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,104.8 people per square mile. There were 1,842 housing units at an average density of 521.8 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 96.46% white, 0.10% African American, 0.82% Native American, 0.05% Asian, 0.54% from other races, and 2.03% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 1.82% of the population. There were 1,718 households, out of which 26.1% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 48.8% were married couples living together. 8.4% had a female householder with no husband present, and 39.3% were non-families. 35.3% of all households were made up of individuals, and 16 18.1% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.21 and the average family size was 2.88. In the city, the population was spread out with 23.1% under the age of 18, 5.6% from 18 to 24, 22.6% from 25 to 44, 27.1% from 45 to 64, and 21.5% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 44 years. For every 100 females there were 93.5 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 89.4 males. The median income for a household in the city was $29,392, and the median income for a family was $40,683. Males had a median income of $28,716 versus $19,688 for females. The per capita income for the city was $19,054. About 6.7% of families and 10.4% of the population were below the poverty line, including 7.0% of those under age 18 and 12.4% of those age 65 or over. Government and infrastructure. The Wyoming Department of Health Veterans Home of Wyoming, an assisted living facility for veterans and their dependents, is located in Buffalo. The facility was operated by the Wyoming Board of Charities and Reform until that agency was dissolved as a result of a state constitutional amendment passed in November 1990. Buffalo also has an airport named Johnson County Airport, KBYG. Education. Public education in the city of Buffalo is provided by Johnson County School District No. 1. Schools serving the city include Meadowlark Elementary School, Cloud Peak Elementary School, Clear Creek Middle School, and Buffalo High School. Buffalo High School was in the national news spotlight after the head football coach distributed an offensive hurt feelings report in November 2011. This attention brought several heated school board meetings and eventually led to the resignation of Lynch as the head football coach. Area media. Newspapers. The Mini Publications Center is a Wyoming non-profit and registered 501 organization dedicated to helping regional community and small businesses grow and prosper through free and low-cost community services using both print and online media journalism focused on the needs of rural communities. MPC runs an internet cafe, has a local gallery in the cafe, and is starting its 14th year publishing a free local community newspaper, The Mini, published twice a week. An online version, Bighorn Mountain Express.com, expands to include the whole Bighorn Mountains region of north-central Wyoming. MPC runs the Bighorn Mountain Express.com as a rural community news site, as well as an educational website instructing how to write about the arts, the community, and small business advice. The MPC is also working to create a community college course certification in running a rural community news service and for developing citizen journalists of all ages and backgrounds. They adhere to the best principles of citizen journalism for rural communities. The Buffalo Bulletin has served as the newspaper of record in Johnson County since 1884. The paper is published once a week on Thursdays. It has been family-owned and operated for 3 generations. Rob Hicks, the current owner and publisher of the paper, purchased the Bulletin from his father Jim Hicks in 1996. Hicks owns newspapers across Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Idaho and Washington. Radio KBBS AM 1450, Classic Country. KBUW-FM 90.5 Wyoming Public Radio, KHRW-FM 92.7 The Eagle, KLGT-FM 96.5 Kix 96.5, KZZS-FM 98.3 The Peak, 307 Net Radio Internet Radio 307 Net Radio, com. Transportation. Buffalo is located near the northern terminus of Interstate 25, where it joins with Interstate 90. Climate. Buffalo experiences a semi-arid climate with cold, dry winters and hot, wetter summers. Notable people: Jeff Buell, country music singer; Mark Gordon, businessman and rancher from Buffalo and Wyoming State Treasurer; Frankie Lucas, Governor of Wyoming; Matthew Pitch, Republican member of the Arkansas House of Representatives for Fort Smith since 2015; Buffalo native Chris Prozinski, safety for the Chicago Bears. Previously played for the Jacksonville Jaguars and Philadelphia Eagles. Constantine Scollon, the famous missionary, was resident priest from 1893 to 1894. Jim Gatchell, Buffalo pharmacist who began the town museum in 1900. Scott Madsen, author of The Bomber Mountain Crash, a Wyoming mystery. Willard Eder, Captain USN, World War II fighter ace, born in Buffalo, Wyoming on September 27, 1916. Willard scored 6.5 aerial victories in the Navy during World War II. He flew with VF-3 and VF-2 aboard the US Saratoga and Lexington during the Battle of Coral Sea and received the Navy Cross. He joined VGF-29 later in 1942 during invasion of North Africa aboard the US Santee. Captain Eder flew with redesignated VF-29 for the balance of the war. He died on January 8, 2009 in Coronado, California.